What's up, everybody? Daniel Victor here. Hope you guys are liking the new single. I actually had a chance to sit down and do an interview before the single was released. So here it is, finally. It's a little bit about my creative inspirations and my history and everything I'm looking forward to. So I hope you guys like it, and yeah, keep rocking on.
Pretty boy with the NY postal. I've been living like I'm antisocial. Cali girls are
I'm not like a lot of other artists. I don't have the same struggles. I don't have the same upbringing, but I think I bring something different to the table that I like to share. I'm very focused on lyricism, focused on the storytelling. So I think anytime you listen to a song of mine, it is basically rooted in life experience. It's rooted in things that I've done and experienced and had happened to me, and those have shaped what my music has become and continues to evolve into. One of the first artists that got me into wanting to make music was Black Eyed Peas. Just because I remember listening to their songs and being like, oh man, like this is so cool, and there were I was really into poetry as a kid as well. I had an English teacher that got me really into poetry and learning about it, and I just love the way that you could tell a story with rhyme and with different schemes to fit into parameters, and I wanted to do that myself. I fell in love with that, and that is sort of what inspired me. But artists like the Black Eyed Peas, Eminem, J. Cole, even more underground people like Luke Christopher, and coming up, I mean now John Bellion and Drake. I listen to so many different artists that I think my inspiration is very wide spanning across tons of different genres, just because I grew up listening to everything.
Realize my 9 to 5 was like a prison, so I did, cause all this 5 to 9.
I think fans can be expecting something a little different from me. If you've heard my music before, you know that, well, I guess what's currently on Spotify right now, especially the last project that I put out in September of, I think 2018, was Nice Guys Still Finish, which was basically like a whole story. Like it was like a timeline of my dating life and the blunders and the struggles that go along with it. And this song is not like that. This song is the complete opposite of the spectrum. Like I said before, I fell in love with lyricism. I fell in love with that gritty hip hop, like Slaughterhouse, Royce da 5'9", Eminem. And this is a record that brings me back to that place. I felt like I was ready for like bringing my music back to sort of the hip hop roots that first inspired it. So this is a single that is definitely more on the hard side. It pumps you up, it ramps you up, and gets you in the zone to think that you're the best.
Where y'all waste my time with all this calling. Don't you get the message? Friendships come and go.
Lyrics are incredibly important to me, and I don't want that to get lost as an art form. I think there's still plenty of artists that are keeping it alive, and I want to be touted as one of those that are able to rely on lyricism and rhyme scheme as opposed to just a catchy beat.
Believe me when I say my future's all accounted for.
I mean, this whole song is basically just an ode to creatives, an ode to people who want to break free of their 9 to 5 chains and just the conventional mold of life, and go out and do their own thing and whatever outlet that might be for them. So this is a song to hopefully get you confident in yourself. Say, yeah, believe me, like I know my future's accounted for. Like this dream is so heavily ingrained in me that I know this is going to work out. So you don't have to worry about your end because I've got mine covered.
Oh Lord, oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my, oh, bet you
The best thing and the only thing really to do is hard work. I know that I've never shied away from kind of getting my hands dirty, staying up late at night, going out, meeting who I need to meet, and networking, and really just working, like pouring more and more into the craft, because the more that I write and the more that I learn about myself and the more that I explore and do things and meet people, that's more fodder that I have to add into songs that make for cooler stories in the end. So that is something that I'm hoping for, on making these dreams a reality for sure. And you can believe me that they're gonna happen. If you meet me, if you see me on the street or at a show, you'll know that I am probably the most just goofy, childish, I don't really take many things seriously. I mean, and this is gonna sound like I'm putting myself down, but I'm not. I'm a very playful, outgoing, energetic person who loves to joke around, who loves to be the life of the party. And when I'm writing songs and writing records, I want that to come across as my truth as well.
I can deliver like y'all went and ordered me right at a gentleman's quarterly, baby. I'm dope.
I think that makes it fun. Like, the more that I add and pour my actual personality into the music, the more I have fun with it, the more fun it is to perform, and I ultimately think the better the record is for the listener. So that is, yeah, that's why I include a lot of, you gotta listen to the words on the songs that you listen to, because you'll probably pick something up that you didn't realize was there before.
You're my gift wrap mules from the top of my wish list. The answer to my pennies and the fountain of my wishes.
Every single song is a reflection of how I'm feeling in the moment. So if I put a product out and I put records out that's, you know, one's a love song and one's a really heavy song like this one is, and another one's a pop record, that's because at these different points where the things that I'm doing all correlated to different songs and emotions that made me want to write a record like that. I think it's definitely more high energy than what's on my Spotify right now, and it's really going to be a kickoff for what's to come. I believe I want people to realize that I can sing and I can create like poppy. I've been calling it hip hop, like hip hop, because it's like pop and it's like pop influenced hip hop and R&B. But I can make records like that, but also at the same time deliver things that are more heavy hitting.
I never should have let you walk away.
It depends. It's tough. I think Hey, off of the Nice Guy Still Finish EP might be my favorite, or Girl of My Dreams. Those two are probably two of my favorite songs I've ever written. Hey is a story that actually happened. It kind of took place in two parts, one in Spain and one in Italy, and just completely whiffed on asking girls for their information. Just really regretted the whole thing about not doing it, so that was a pain. But that song was great. Girl of My Dreams, I think, also tells a really beautiful story, and those lyrics came to me. That was an act of God. That was divine intervention all the way. So those two I think are my favorite. As far as performance goes, Believe Me is going to be up there for favorite song to perform live. And Bang is a great one to perform live as well. So those are probably my favorites right now of what you guys have heard so far.
So drop what this game is, girl. You looking famous. So how about we start with your name? Cool. Don't act all nervous.
Definitely more hard records like this, like Believe Me. Probably a couple love records, or smooth kind of vibey tracks. And then definitely like one or two pop inspired things. But my goal is in the next 6 months, hopefully, to drop more music than I have in the past year and a half, 2 years. So I just want to hit the ground running here, and I think this single is a great way to do it. Just bring shows back. I've been playing like the So Far Sound circuits and doing a bunch of shows at the Mercury Lounge, Bowery Electric, and they've been phenomenal. Like the crowds have been growing and growing and growing, so my goal is to kind of keep that going, and maybe take some of these new songs on a little mini tour, because I think the energy is there and people are ready to hear it. What? It's over? Thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gives you a little more insight as to what I love doing and love sharing with you all. So thank you so much for everything. Keep rocking the single. It's out now on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, everything, all streaming platforms. So download it, like it, share it, and I will see you guys at the next show. Peace.
Believe me when I say that this is just for you to see. Obsess on what y'all find impressive. Trust is nothing new to me.
God, I lost my train of thought. Who knows, man? Peace!